Hey there, YouTube land. I ran into a unique problem at my house here, and I searched YouTube for a video on how to do this and didn't find one, so I decided to take it upon myself to make one. This is a pretty rare and unique situation, so I don't know how many people this will ultimately help, but we'll see. So obviously, I'm on the exterior of my house. I have two exterior plugs at my house, one in the front, it's a walk-up, which is where I'm at, and one in the back. The circuit breaker that this circuit is on has been tripping lately, and I found out why. These plugs, both on the front and back, were installed with this Eagle outdoor protector on it. I've always hated this protector. It's really hard to open those flaps up and get a cord in there, and those little doors got in the way. But the bigger problem is that this is not an in-use type of a plug cover. Once you open those flaps, obviously, and plug a cord in, that cord and that outlet is now exposed to the elements. I've wanted to switch this out for a long time with a covered, which I don't have the lid on it, but a clear plastic covered box. It's obviously going to stick out a little bit, but that's fine. What's called an in-use box. So now you can actually have a cord plugged in. The cord will run through either the notch on the side or the notch on the bottom, however you have it oriented. Obviously for me it'll be the notch on the bottom. And now I can actually have stuff like Christmas lights plugged in and this cover over the top and still use it. The problem was on the backyard where this plate is, this foam seal had deteriorated, and I'm assuming water or something had gotten in there. The plug was not in very good shape. So once I found the problem with the back, I decided to do the same thing with the front, even though the front is not having a problem. But what I did is I wanted to take the time to remove, this house is pretty old, and all they used was a standard electrical outlet, and I wanted to replace, if you look, if I get in here close, you can see the WR right, oh, it's upside down, but it's right there. See where it says WR, weather resistant and tamper resistant plug. So I've now got the proper plug here, and by the way, you will see that the power is turned off for this switch. Here's the neutrals, nothing. This is a Klein no contact detector, so no power. So I'm not working with power here. But I've wanted to change out these boxes or these protectors and again update the outdoor plugs at the same time. Here's my problem. Here's where this becomes a rare problem for people. I assumed that when I pulled this box off, underneath it would be a rectangular gang box, which would have been great for the rectangular gang box to go over the top. But can you see my problem? That's a circular gang box. This is a rectangular gang box, and if I were to put this on, you would see there's a giant gap on the top and on the bottom. Obviously not acceptable. Weather can get in there. So what I needed was a round to rectangle adapter. I didn't even know if they made such a thing. I just looked on eBay and I searched Amazon, I searched big box stores, couldn't find anything. And I finally dug deep into Amazon, and lo and behold, I found a round to rectangular adapter. Now I would have taken even an interior adapter and then caulked around it if it was an exterior, but you'll notice this has a foam seal backing on it, so this is meant for outdoors. So now this can go around the outside, plug the round part of the box, while the rectangular portion will then be able to accept this box, and it's double sealed. It'll be sealed against the house from the adapter, and it'll be sealed against the adapter in the box with this foam as well. So this does exist, and again, this is where the rarity of this comes from. If you are one of those rare conditions where you want to replace an exterior plug with an all-use cover or an in-use cover and have a round box to contend with, this is your solution. I will attempt to put a link from Amazon where I got this adapter from. I'm not too YouTube savvy. If I can't get the link posted, then in the description of this video I will tell you the exact keywords to search to get yourself to this. This was about 12 bucks on Amazon. This adapter's 12, and the in-use cover from a big box store that rhymes with Home Depot is also about 12 bucks. So all in total, 24 on the front, 24 in the back, so 50 bucks. And I've got a nice sealed up compartment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this in layers here. So I'm going to set you down for a second, and I'm going to go ahead and start the mounting of this thing and show you what it looks like. So stand by. Alright, so for now, plug is now removed or unattached from the gang box. So that's step one, okay? Stand by. Alright, now the two layers are in place. I've got the adapter plug on the back that will seal up against the house with its sealing foam, and now I have the outlet ready to be installed into the box, which will then seal against the adapter with its foam. So that's kind of step two. Alright, so as you can see, I've got one of the screws in and one that's going to be put in next. But you can basically see now at this point how this is going to go together. I've got the adapter along the house, I've got the in-use box mated up against the adapter, and then I will add in the second screw down there, and I will attach all of this to the gang box. Now here is one little tidbit though. This is a lot of thickness right here. If you use a standard length screw that comes with most outlets, you're about 5 or 6 or 7 threads too short. I had to scrounge my house to find some longer versions of those screws that will go into the gang box. You need, like I said, you need another 5 or 6 or 7 threads worth to get that in there. So these are long, and I was worried about kind of torquing this down on the plastic little piece of the box here. So you can see, you know, those little square things on these screws here to keep them from falling to the ground when you're taking them out. I'm kind of using those as a washer to kind of expand the area there on that screw, and to kind of hopefully give it a little bit more surface area. So let me get this other screw in. Again, longer screw than comes with this plug, and I'll get it all put back together. So stand by. All right, and in the end, I have prevailed. I've not put the hinge pins in this upper deal yet, but you can see now I got a little bit more screwing to do on this screw over here, but that is this box mounted. And again, the whole reason why I did this is because I had a round gang box with a rectangular cover. So ultimately this video is about that round to rectangular adapter on the back. So again, I will either put the link in the video or in the comments, or if I can't do that, I will give you what to search on YouTube. So thanks for watching. I hope this helps at least somebody, and take care. Sorry, I know I just said goodbye, but I wanted to throw some addendums onto the end of my video. First of all, before anybody says anything, obviously that's not a GFI plug. This is hooked to a GFI in my garage, as the exterior plugs are supposed to be, so that's covered. I did want to show you the weather and tamper resistant outlet, specifically the box, in case you were interested in that. But here's the biggest thing that I wanted to update. You remember when I screwed this thing in before, and I had a problem with this screw, and I said I'll have to come back in and tighten that up later. I found the issue is that normally these plugs or outlets or whatever, they come with a size 632 screw, and I believe what they used in there on the round gang box, I believe that was for a sealing fixture which is a bigger screw. It's actually an 832 screw. So I could not for the life of me get that screw in on this side, and this one, although it would connect, it would pop out. So back to Home Depot I went, talked to a guy in electrical, and he said that those round ceiling boxes are typically set up for an 832 screw. So 832 by 1 1/4. Again, we talked about earlier how it needs to be a little bit longer to get through all of this thickness here. So 8 by 32 by 1 1/4 worked great. And now I've got both ends with these bigger screws. Notice also the bigger head, so more surface area. So I didn't crack the plastic, and now this thing is really secured on here. It is tight, and all sealed up against the house and the other box. So anyway, that's my addendum, finished product. There it is. Thanks for watching.